Hi, everyone. This is a speech I gave today at Black Educators Conference. I'm Loraine from Coventry Asylum and Refugee Action Group, CALAG. CALAG comprises asylum seekers, refugees, as well as migrants living in Coventry and surrounding places. We are united by our lived experience of the UK asylum and immigration system. CALAG is a constituted community group, and I am the current chair. So in brief, what we do is campaigning and advocacy. We speak at protests, events, meetings to raise awareness, lobbying with members of parliament for policy change. We have a podcast called Still We Rise podcast, which also aims at raising awareness as well as to share our experiences. We have CALAG Housing Foundation, which so far we've been housing some of our members, and in return also people get a room, subsistence, as well as legal support. We also campaign through creativity, through writing articles, poetry, songs, drumming, and comedy. Imagine you wake up to the news and every day you read about yourself, how you are illegal, a freeloader, a criminal, lowest of the law, go back to where you come from. Why didn't you drown in the boat you came on? Now imagine you are reading that and you are a 13-year-old. Imagine again, your British classmates are reading it too. Now imagine you have to travel miles and miles to your new school. It has only been a year, but you've been moved 3 schools so far already. It takes between 1 year to 3 years to get asylum decision. Imagine your mom cries every night because, like you, she misses your dad and your older brother. This is the daily reality of hostile environment. This is the reality for thousands of children in the UK. Kids from migrants' families, they're exposed to anxiety at home of their parents and their uncertain future. Kids are expected to pay thousands for visa fees, visa applications, alongside with their parents. I'll give you a quote by one of my friends who has a son and he has been paying 1,033 per person. So for 2 people, it means 2,066 every 2.5 years for visa application. Then there's NHS surcharge, which is over £500 every year for each herself and her son. Then there is the legal fees to pay your solicitor or somebody like that to help you with the application so you don't make a mistake. This is what she said. During the pandemic, I cried a lot. In fact, I had a heart attack. My work hours had reduced, and it was also the time to renew my visa. I skipped rent, I cut on food, and we had to starve with my son. And I did the application on my own because I didn't want to miss on renewing my visa. God was on my side, end of quote. Students or school children who also get moved around away from school, they have no roots or consistency. This is a quote of one of the mothers who has been moved more than once with her daughter. She said, "We have moved several times. The child becomes isolated and lose friends each time we move schools. I now pay transport, £51 monthly bus pass. so my child can stay in the same school after being moved. School meals during the pandemic required me to fill a form in English. How about mothers who can't speak English? How would they know to fill the form? My child's school uniform costs £70, and that's a whole week benefit for me and my child that we get. Uniforms that I get from the charity, they aren't as good. End of quote. The hostel environment has percolated down to all walks of our society, including school children. So bullying, stigmatization is life. As you are aware, migrants are 5 times likely to suffer from mental health issues than the general population. Asylum children are among the most vulnerable. Children who are looked after by social services under Section 17 because of the immigration status of their parents, the benefits they get are not the same as the benefit that the rest of the children in this country get. So our children, they have all of these things against it. But they have also us. Unions and racist campaigners have won in the past. From our side, we also have had the government to accept thousands more Afghan refugees, where initially they were only going to accept a handful. Our side also stopped child detention. And before I continue, I'll show you a short video which dramatized the beginning of that movement. I'll just need to share my screen.
Been here 4 years. My family don't have our papers either. Neither do we. From Al? No. Well, what are they going to do? Do they have a home to go back to? No, she said their home was burnt. Just isn't right.
They've been taken to a detention centre, a place called Yarlswood in England.
England? As if it wasn't bad enough.
Very good, Jennifer. They're going to be detained there until they're flown back to Kosovo. Now, I'm trying to get a contact number to reach them. Sorry, I'm afraid there's not much else we can do. Okay, your exams are approaching, so open your books at page 32, Act 2, Scene 1. Come on, open your books. What's going on?
We're going on strike, Mr. Gervin.
Right.
Yes, right. This is wrong. I'm not going to carry on as if nothing has happened. We are too. What? Aye, we all are.
Very good, Jennifer. I'm not really sure I would know the difference, you know, but good of you.
Get your bit down, Tony.
To Elvis. Aye?
Thank you for watching the video. I now have questions to challenge you. How are we going to continue in the spirit of the girls in that video? Organizing awareness lesson plans for schools, organizing practical support to advocate for children to stay close and stay put in their new schools. To say I'm angry about the way children are treated is an understatement. When I ask some of my friends, about the role of schools. This is what they said. Schools have a key role to play in the mental well-being of young asylum children. Schools should be prepared to receive asylum children in their schools, stimulate their interest, and find out what might make them feel welcome. Help the children to learn the host language. Welcome the children families too. Schools should talk positively about asylum countries to make them feel proud and happy. Schools should try to support children with complex needs. For example, online translation tools to translate into any language. I will finish on a quote from a Black revolutionary, Frederick Douglass. It is not light that we need, but fire. It is not the gentle shower, but the thunder. We need the storm, the whirlwind, and the earthquake. Thank you. Thank you very much. I will put in the chat some links and references that I used. Thank you very much. I hope you learned something today. I'll also share the campaigns that I am part, that our organization is part, like Status Now for All, Lift the Ban campaign, and others. Thank you very much. Bye.